Give it to me like.
So I have decided to shut my phone down for the day. It's an amazing feeling. You feel like very relieved, and it's something that I would like to do all the time. Like, it's so crazy how much like we don't talk about this stuff, and I really liked it. I really appreciate it. It was a good feeling that I liked it very much. So this week we're gonna talk about what are we gonna talk about? I think we're gonna talk about fashion. I wanted to talk about London fashion. This is a video that I wanted to make a long time ago, but since I have started to do shorts, I don't know if you can notice, but I've started to do shorts movies on YouTube, so short clips on YouTube, which is very fantastic. I can post it every day and interact with the audience, with my audience, you guys, and it's so cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to do longer videos, but I will just post one video a week. But in the meantime, I was just do shorts, clips every day, so I can still interact with you guys. But yeah, and so this week we're gonna talk about fashion in London. I haven't been in London for over 8 years, so maybe it has changed, but I'm gonna talk about what I used to see and like what neighborhood dress code you need to have, because each neighborhood is different. So we're gonna talk about this. This is going to be important. So you can see over there Grace Jones, my favorite celebrity of all time. I think she's amazing. Grace Jones, David Bowie are my dying heart artists of all time. I just love the costumes. Yeah, it's mostly costumes. And La Vie en Rose by Grace Jones is just incredible. It's amazing. La Vie en Rose. I love her accent in it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to making new videos with you guys. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna have a real talk. That talk. The one and only talk. Fashion in London. It's so interesting because London is a place to go and have a look about fashion. You'd be surprised by it. You really would be surprised by the fashion. And after that, I will continue short clips and we will see what videos we do. Voila. So now I'm going out to some groceries and I'll be back to watch some Bridgerton. Voila. That is the day of Kevin. And read some. I'm reading a really interesting story on, because I've been hooked. I'm buying the New Yorker each time. I think I'm going to live in New York. I love the New Yorker. It's just like, it's a real deal. I discovered Shea Maestro, a jazz musician. I'm in love with him. I want him in my life as a friend, as a husband, everything you want. He's so talented, crazy talented. I love it so much. It's crazy. It's just surreal what he does. I respect her from Suits. Yeah, I am in love with this man, Shai Maestro. I discovered him through my YouTube, through the New Yorker, and I'm sharing now on my YouTube with you guys. He's so talented. He's great. He's amazing. You should really go. Shai Maestro. And many more. I just love the story on the New Yorker. I just like it's the first time that I'm reading it, and I just love the people who write stories on it. They are very well articulated. It's just like for real. They talk very well. I'm like so impressed, and well, most of them are like well-known writers and that I did not know. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm so interested about your stories, guys, and so I read it. But okay, see you guys, because otherwise I'm just gonna stay here and I'm gonna, you know how I am. So let's talk about fashion in London and how is it. But I'm just gonna do a comparative study here. I'm gonna put 3 cities, London, Paris, and Brussels, to compare. Well, let's first start here in Brussels, where I live. So in Brussels, fashion is very conservative. It's very bourgeois. Not everyone has the same outfits for sure, but most of the people, they are not eccentric. They are not. They don't put the extra touch. Because what I have noticed is that Brussels, they stare at you like when they see you, they look up and down, you know, and it's a smaller city, you know, it's 1 million people, and they don't have a fashion week. They're not developed in a sense that they just opened now a Balenciaga store. Like I just saw it 2 or 3 days ago, to tell you. So if you wanted to have a Balenciaga store, you had to travel or you had to order it online. And I don't know for you, but I don't order online for my clothes or my bags because I need to touch the texture. I need to look on me to see if it works, you know. So I'm not really a big fan of buying you know, things on the internet. I love Amazon. I buy at least 1 or 2 items every month. Like I'm Jeff Bezos, look at me. I'm one of your biggest client here. But no, if you want to have an item here that is not available, you have to order it online or travel to Paris or London or anywhere else. But you maybe Antwerp in the north of Belgium, maybe. I don't think they have that. You know, there's so many stores, they don't have it here because, you know, Balenciaga, it's a bit flashy, so it's not really, it doesn't do big here. So good luck. I don't know if they're gonna buy stuff. No, because here is very conservative. Like the way you dress is shows a lot about you. I know there are flashy people here in Brussels, but not so many. You really can count them on one hand. So that's a pity in my eyes, because I feel that a city is about personality, and I'm a big fan of fashion. It's not like in Tokyo. In Tokyo, you have, I never been there, but I've been to Shanghai, and it's similar, and you have the whole spectrum, you know, very classic to very extra, and no, you don't have it here. So that's one. Paris. Paris is also very conservative. It's very chic and elegant. So I would say that a person is more about the touch, the fine touch. How would I describe that? Paris is, you can have a pair of shoes, white shoes, with a jean and a black top and a black sweater. And that's very much, oh, you know, that's classic, you know, like that is very, and it's very pure and elegant. Is it cashmere? You know, it's very they they are they go to a point where it's has to be sober, but eyes catching. Whereas here in Brussels, when I say very conservative, I like to, it's not a jeans that I'm talking about. It's a red trouser with studs and a black t-shirt or blue t-shirt. Usually those colors. It can be yellow t-shirt. And with the sweater that you put on top of it, you know, like not on you, but like on top of it. Very classic, you know. That's for men. For women, I would say I'm thinking a black or blue, so jeans, you know, a black or blue jeans, with a pair of, okay, yeah, maybe white shoes too. No, you would never see a jeans and a white shoes here for women. I'm talking shit right now. No. Get it together, Kevin. Get it together. Okay, let's say heels. For example, a pair of boots with a blue or black jeans. Okay. A black sweater too. Yeah, like that. It's kind of similar to Paris, you would say. Like, wait, you're just saying something like, looks like Paris to me. It's similar, but it's worded differently. yeah, it's worded differently. Like, it's not the same textile, it's not the same fabrics. I believe here, that's my honest truth, I've not seen women or men depending on their fashion. Whereas in Paris, it's more looked at after, you know, like it's, what are you wearing? You know, like it's like, oh, okay, interesting, you know. It's so funny though. I'm gonna say this because you have like big brands in Paris like Dior, Yves Saint Laurent, Balmain, but it's not worn by so much Parisian. Like, you will never see the skinny jeans with a jacket or a blazer in Paris a lot. No. Maybe if you work in fashion, you know, but if you're not in fashion, it's not really skinny jeans. And no, in Paris, yes, a lot of jeans. Here too, but you have the black and blue jeans. In Paris, it's more the blue jeans. Anyway, I'm getting confused here. It's pretty much similar, but I would say in Paris, they level up a little bit. Like, yeah, I mean, I have dated a Parisian artist. He had white t-shirts and black jeans all the time, and white sneakers all the time. That was his uniform. You would open his cupboard and it was just black jeans and white t-shirt. That was his uniform. And if you tell me, he would make sure that he buys like the same jeans and the same t-shirts. It's still very pointed to the fashion style. So Paris is definitely, and you would, and I can see it here. Like, I have friends or people I went to houses to or apartment, mostly apartments. The way they design the apartment is less it's less in the details than in Paris. In Paris, it's very like, yeah, but this in Morocco, and you know, like they have. I saw just one person here who made sure that his home was redesigned, but he was working in interior design. So here is not about that. No. It's less worked on than Paris. For the people I know, so for the people I've met in my life. And since I'm oriented into fashion, and I'm talking about fashion today, and in Paris you have the Paris Fashion Week. Okay, so I make a pause right now to tell you, because I'm not bashing Brussels, it's where I grew up, but Brussels is not a fashion that makes me dream, because fashion is a glamorized fantastic world that you cannot reach easily, you know. And I think here in Brussels, it's not among the values and the principles that they center themselves. You know, they work for in life. It's not a you know, it's not, at the end of the day, it's not something that they really care about. It's not. Whereas in Paris, you would definitely work on some of your fashion. Yeah, yes. And also, like, the in Paris you have 2 million people. Here you have 1 million people. So you have more demands in Paris. And as well as that, in every corner in Paris you have shops. I remember because we here on TV you had a show called The Queen of Shoppings, and it was hosted by a Brazilian fashion stylist, and she would have 5 women, sometimes 5 men, but more women. It was more oriented for women, and so these 5 women, they would compete against each other, and they had, if I remember well, 3 hours to go for shopping, and they had a theme, you know, and they stopped that show, unfortunately, but it lasted for years and years, like for more than 6 years. Like, I remember it was a long time. It was very fun to watch it, and they had shops everywhere. Here you have little shops, and I'm talking, you know, about pop-up shops, like a pop-up store, like you know, the ones that where you get in and you have many different designers in it, famous or not that famous, expensive or not expensive, with jewelries, little bags with names that you don't know. Here you have, but not that much. No, you have some, but not that much. So yeah, there's a difference. I'm telling for people, if you're going to Brussels, you can shop, but it's not good good shopping. You know, it's okay shopping. It's okay. You can last for a day if you go from morning to evening on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, you will find what you like. But if you want more, it's not here. You know, it's not a place. And I'm telling you this because at times I would be like, oh my God, I want this item. And I would go on internet and I'm like, oh, that's a new item, like from Off-White, for example. And I will search. We don't have Off-White here. Oh, but there's this little store here that has 2 or 3 items from Off-White. Same from Jacquemus. Jacquemus, he's not predominant here in Brussels, for sure. So I have maybe saw a little corner of Jacquemus here in Brussels. So no, I would not. I'm telling you the truth. You know, for the people who watching this video, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you, oh, there's a good shopping. And I'd rather be like true to you. So if you wonder and ask, like, am I going to get what I want or what? Don't be disappointed, but you might be disappointed. But don't be disappointed. There's still cool items that you can find. An alternative. I saw little shops here. I was like, I don't need that items. I don't need that clothes. But you know what? It's actually cool. And you still have big stores like Zara, H&M, COS, where you have full options, you know. So That's if you are someone who's accustomed to the same brand, yeah, you can be happy. But if you want to do a shopping, a real one, I remember I took one of my best friend who's from Japan. We studied together in London, and she came to Brussels, and I took her on a shopping day, and she was like, Kevin, like, y'all don't have a lot of options here, at the end of the day. I was like, yeah, girl, we do have options, but not all the options. So just saying, that's why I compare Brussels to Paris. But if you want me to compare to London, this is another level. And this is how I'm gonna end the story. Is that London is eclectic. It's like from left to the right. You will find everything you want. That's the best shopping ever. You will find even brands that you don't even know. It's inspiring to walking on the street and be like, whoa, I did not know that London had this. You would look at people and they have different style. This is why maybe people don't even look at you in that on the street, because yeah, everyone is so different, and it is not time to glance at one person, because it's going so fast. There's so many people out there. But like London, I never been to New York, I never been to LA, I never been to Toronto, I never been to Rio de Janeiro. So there are a lot of cities out there that I've not been to, so I can't really finally make a statement and say London is the best in the world for shopping and fashion. But London, in my eyes, today, is the best shopping. Definitely. You have big malls like Selfridges, Liberty, Harrods, Harvey Nicholson's. Everything you want. Vivienne Westwood, Levi's, Prada, Dior, Tom Ford, Marc Jacobs, Chloe, Valentino, Givenchy, Gucci, Balmain. I have everything you like. My best one was definitely Selfridges, because it was next to my school, and I just love how they do the corner of Oxford Street and Regent Street and Baker Street. It's just like, no, it was Oxford Street, Regent Street. I love it. And they have everything. Bring me back to London. This is a video for my love to London. They had everything. They have everything. I'm not really particularly big fan of Harrods, only because it's too flashy. So you might think, oh, it's too flashy for you, because you are not flashy person. Don't come for me, okay? You are shading me right now. No, but like, seriously, I would not consider myself as a bling bling person. I love sometimes, but not all the times. I'm a pretty boring person, so, but I did love Selfridges. This is funny because, I've changed so much since the last time I was in London. So, would I fall back to my old days of Selfridges and be like, I'm taking this, I'm taking that, I'm taking it? I would take at least one clothes or items every month in Selfridges. I was determined to take one thing in Selfridges every time, every month. It was my tradition, and I would not stop. Okay, but like, why am I talking about a building? I have to talk about the fashion out there. But like I'm telling you, it's difficult to do. They have a fashion week. People are so different. You have classic, you have eccentric, you have flashy, you have sober, you have everything. It comes from left to right. It's impossible to describe it. It's eclectic. It's 10 million. It's 10 million people. I would say that some areas like the center, Marylebone area, Baker Street, Oxford Street, as people of the world. Belgravia, Mayfair, Knightsbridge is very London posh. It's London posh. It's like the ones who drive Range Rovers, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, blue sky Lamborghinis, you know, or green Apple Lamborghinis and Bentley and Rolls Royce. I would say they are very posh. How would I describe it? There's definitely people who wear Tom Ford, or I don't think they have a T-shirt with wrote on it like Balenciaga on it, but they must have one, you know, with this sign of Gucci. They wear at brunch at Annabelle's on Sundays. They have a member card from Soho. They live on High Marylebone Street, or in Mayfair. They go to eat in Mayfair, like a Chinese restaurant. The plate is £500. The receipt. So, and they go to private clubs. So, and they travel every weekend or vacation. So that's the very posh. Yeah, you have them. So it's so good because it's the gay area, but the gay area, you gather together all the gays from the world. I remember when I was in London, I had a friend. He told me, Kevin, you don't realize, but this gay area is the biggest one in the world. It is not even to compare to New York. New York is not even as big as that. So, but yeah, again, in Seoul, you would see drag queens wearing heels, golden heels. You would see normal people in t-shirts and a jacket. From left to the right, you don't know. You have an absolute fashion there. A beautiful fashion. I love it. The East London part, I love the East London part because it's the one that's very rock and edgy and very much like avant-garde, you know. You would see people with makeup. It's extraordinary. It's such a different world. Yeah, such a different world. I would love to visit New York though. Like I wonder how is the fashion in New York. Like fashion in New York must be so interesting too. Did I forget it somewhere? Notting Hill? Yeah, Notting Hill. Oh, I loved it, Notting Hill. They had a small market. I don't even remember where I put my... I had a hat that I had all the time, of a blue hat that I bought there for £20. So beautiful. It was fantastic. Oh my god, looking back at those memories, it feels great. Yeah, so to end this video, fashion is different everywhere. You have to choose your fashion. Mine is still to be defined. You know, I still haven't found my fashion. I'm 33 years old. Where are you, Kevin? But yeah. So yeah, if you like my video, come and watch it. I make a lot of short clips every day. Because I try to balance between longer and smaller. And yeah, if you like it, put a thumbs up, comment, come back, subscribe, love this page, and I will love you back. Thank you for following me, and thank you for following my journey. I love you guys. Mwah. Have a blessed day. Have a beautiful week. And let's do this. Bye.
Give it to me like